gentlemen, Life University proudly presents the fall class of 2022.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd please remain standing while Miss Patty Mack sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Patty.
You're
What a
welcome.
great way to kick off a wonderful celebration. Now that is why Patty Mack is a professional singer and I am not. Whoa, I loved it. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Rob Scott, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as president of Life University. And I'd love to begin our celebrations today by expressing our deep gratification and appreciation for each and every one of you who've journeyed far to be with us today. It's indeed wonderful to be here in person at the beautiful Cobb Galleria as we dedicate today to celebrate these distinguished graduates. We've pulled out all stops, so while you're here, the guests and family, after 4 days of cold weather and rain, we have let the sun shine on us today. So please take advantage of everything that Life University in the Atlanta area has. Please come and visit the campus if you've not been there already. See the highlights that we have to offer with the beautiful Garden of Lasting Purpose, the Tolerance Statue, Lyceum Park, the Eternal Flame that's dedicated to our founder of Life University, Dr. Sid Williams, and of course, the iconic bell tower. Our graduates come from all walks of life in all 50 states. And in this class, we've been enriched with the unique contributions of students from 16 nations that encompass several continents. And you saw those students today proudly carrying their flag in the processional. Each of us comes here today having been touched in different ways over the past several years, and even more recently as we struggle with the troubling and significant events that are happening around the world and here at home. So at this time, if we could, before we begin our ceremonies, I'd ask that we observe just a moment of silence to contemplate the significance of today. And in our silence, let's give thought to those troubling times and those special people and the events that have brought us here together. And most importantly, to those we wish were with us but are not. And if you're that inclined, put a good word in for Argentina in the World Cup tomorrow. So if you'd please join me. Thank you. So Members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Jay Hant, our alumni president, Dr. Josh Paston, special guests, Lisa Cupid, administration, faculty, staff, guests, family, and friends. It is indeed an honor to welcome you to Life University's fall commencement ceremonies. We have important work to do today to honor the graduates of the class of December 2022. So let's get to it. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jenna Holwick.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. Good afternoon. I am Jana Holwick, and I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs. It is an honor to stand at this podium and celebrate our students who have been anticipating this day from the beginning of their journey, working hard to achieve this milestone. And our faculty who have been with them throughout their time at Life University, mentoring and coaching to the finish line. Welcome to this celebration. The difficult challenges facing our world today require courage, creativity, determination, resilience, partnership, and vision. Those of us who have spent time with Life University students and graduates feel optimistic about the future. The differences you have made on our campus, your life stories, inspire us with confidence that you, as graduates, will change our world for the better. This change is reflected in the Life University values of lasting purpose, integrity, and vitalism. Life University's deans and faculty have selected members from their respective colleges who represent each of these values, and we recognize the following recipients. From the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, Kyra McCune, representing lasting purpose. To live an inner-directed life, to give, to do, to love, and to serve out of one's own abundance. From the College of Online Education, Nuf Al-Rashta, representing integrity, a state of completeness or wholeness, adherence to a set of values implying wholeness of body, mind, and spirit, and in our relationships with people and the planet. And from the College of Chiropractic, Elizabeth Catherine DeFalco, representing vitalism, our recognition that the universe itself is self-conscious and as such creates itself as a dynamic system wherein living organisms are self-developing, self-maintaining, and self-healing. Lasting purpose, integrity, and vitalism represent the foundation of a Life University education. They reflect our deepest values and are woven throughout every student's academic experience. The concepts of these values reflect the world's most important and far-reaching conversations, and we treat our role in that dialogue with the utmost respect. It's been challenging to get to this celebration. During your time at Life, you've weathered a once-in-a-lifetime global health crisis in addition to the normal stressors of life. And in a world where most things are routine, you've learned to navigate without a script. You've been forced to know yourself better, embrace your strengths, face your weaknesses, and refine your values. In the decades ahead, you will write and rewrite your own life script. That manuscript starts today with the end of your journey at Life University. The university offers 20 degree programs at the associate, bachelor's, master's, and first professional level. Today, we recognize the accomplishments of those graduating from the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, the College of Online Education, and the College of Chiropractic. The Associate of Science degree is awarded to those who have successfully completed a minimum of 95 quarter credit hours of instruction, while the Bachelor of Science and the Bachelor of Business Administration degree is awarded to those who have successfully completed a minimum of 180 quarter credit hours of instruction. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize undergraduate academic honors from this graduating class. For those unfamiliar with the awarding of academic honors, please refer to your program for an explanation of how outstanding these accomplishments are. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Our salutatorian is James Andrew Leibel. And our valedictorian is Morgan Brianna Furness. Please join me in congratulating these students. Please be seated. Before I ask Morgan to share her message with you, let me share a bit about this outstanding graduate. Morgan is from Georgia and is majoring in business administration with a minor in sports management. She is a 4-year starter of the LifeU women's volleyball team, a 2-time Daktronics Scholar athlete, a 3-time conference academic team member, a 2-time conference champion of character, the campus captain for the hidden opponent, and an ASA member. After graduating, Morgan plans to pursue an MBA in marketing while playing a 5th year of volleyball. At this time, I'd like to invite Morgan to the podium to provide the valedictorian address.
Hello, class of 2022. My name is Morgan Furness, and I am so thankful to be able to represent our class as valedictorian. And the past few years have been extremely unique in their own ways. We have all experienced new experiences, laughter, joy, and new opportunities. However, everyone knows you cannot have the rainbow without the rain. During these few years, as students, we face hardships personally and globally. We started our education at Life University, and almost immediately we were forced into a worldwide lockdown. This is something no one could have prepared anyone for. Students and professors were expected to adjust and rely on a newer side of education, the internet. The days where the audio wasn't working on Zoom calls, the days where class took place in your bed or even by the pool, and the days of meeting new classmates but never being able to put a face with their name. But with all odds against us, we made it. During our time here, we have all made countless memories. Having the opportunity to be an athlete while pursuing my degree has been an amazing privilege. During my time here as a student athlete, we have beat teams for the first time in program history, won the conference, and even went to nationals for the very first time. These are all experiences from the university I will cherish for a lifetime. As this chapter closes in our educational experience, it is important to remember that this is not the end of our education. Every day is a new day to learn something new and to grow from it. Pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate is a choice we all decided to make a few years ago. In our time seeking these degrees, we have also changed as people. Each of these classes have altered us as individuals that will last a lifetime. We have developed connections with fellow students, professors, and staff. These are the bonds that have shaped and changed us. I am thankful for my 3.5 years at Life University and the people I've met along the way. I've come across some professors who have inspired me of new ways of thinking, students who have had my back when I needed it most, and staff and coaches who have pushed me to keep asking, what does my best version of myself look like in this exact moment? There were no expectations to be perfect, just expectations for me to be me. As I close out this speech, I want to leave you all with one of my favorite quotes from Theodore Roosevelt. Do what you can with what you have and where you are. Be where your feet are. Enjoy the present moments and find the light in everything. Go into the world and chase your dreams and achieve them. Thank you, everybody. Congrats again.
Thank you, Morgan. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Kathy Faust, Dean of the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, to present the candidates for the associate and bachelor's degrees to President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates for the associate's and bachelor's degrees have completed all academic requirements of Life University and come highly recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their degrees. It is with great pleasure that I present these candidates for the conferring of their degrees.
Morgan Brianna Furness, summa cum laude, valedictorian. James Andrew Leibel, summa cum laude, salutatorian. He is receiving 2 degrees today, a Bachelor's of Business Administration and of Science in Computer Information Management. Chinere D. Jones. She's receiving an Associate in Science today. Abdullah Muhammad Alarjan. Johanna Alfaden. Jason David Alvarez. Fabián Andrés Berrios Cádiz. Mishai Rayshawn Coleman. He's receiving 2 degrees today, both magna cum laude. First one, Associate of Science in Computer Information Management, and a Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Management. Coralis M. Colón Ortiz, summa cum laude. Aniqua Kiana Darville is also receiving 2 degrees today, both magna cum laude, Associate of Science in Health and Wellness, and a Bachelor's of Science in Biology. Javier de Leon. Cole Owen Drescher. Antonio Fitzgerald Durant II. Amarachuku Ede. Mike Edward. Jasmine Shirel Hambrick. She is the first in the program of Bachelor of Science in Human Ecology to graduate. Yay! Mark Ellis Humphreys. Thierry Jules.
Got it?
Michaela Ann Lowe. Valerie Renee Massarelli, summa cum laude. Kyra Ann McCune. Kendra Nicole Moreland. Caitlin Neal. Kelsey Lane Oraqua, cum laude. Ares D. Ortiz Rodriguez, cum laude. Destiny Sierra Alexis Rivera, magna cum laude. Carolyn A. Santa Cancel.
Don't forget the greatest.
Sarah Ty Slingloff, summa cum laude. He's the greatest. Christian Armand Steed, magna cum laude. Demorion Deshawn Travis. Rihanna Untenor. Noof Alra Washday.
Good job.
Dennis A. Chang, cum laude.
Do you feel that? The pride in reaching this moment. The joy in knowing we did it together. We've explored the potential in ourselves. Potential to learn, to grow, to love, to serve. We've discovered purpose in our passion. Purpose that pushes, that challenges, that transforms. And now we go out from here, knowing that everything we want to do, we can do.
Congratulations to our recipients. I'd like to point one thing out. You noticed many of our graduates walking across the stage wearing green shoals. The green shoal symbolizes a student athlete at Life University who've completed not just the rigors of the academic program, but also the rigors of being a collegiate scholar in the athletic department, which is no small accomplishment. And you can see we have a number of them, and they are excellent individuals, and they represent the institution well, so congratulations to all. Commencement has a couple of parts to it. There's actually three depending on who's graduating. So the first part is the legal part where we confer the degree. The second part is an ethical part, and with the chiropractic program, we'll do the chiropractic oath. And the third part is the symbolic celebration at the end of the graduation ceremony. So if we can, I'm going to ask our associate and bachelor's degree candidates to please stand while I confer your degree. With the recommendation of the faculty and the administration, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and Life University and the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you your respected degree with all its rights and responsibilities thereunto. Congratulations.
Life University also confers 3 master's level degrees: the Master in Sport Health Science, the Master of Science in Positive Psychology, and the Master of Science in Clinical Nutrition. The master's degree is conferred to candidates who have successfully completed a minimum of 52 quarter credit hours of post-baccalaureate coursework and any additional requirements in their specialty or concentration. I would like to ask Dr. Faust back to the podium to present the candidates for the master's degree to President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates for the master's degree have completed all academic requirements of Life University and come highly recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their degrees. It is with great pleasure that I present these candidates for the conferring of their degrees.
Know where my microphone is. Oh, there it is. Al-Shema Ahmed Al-Thafar. Lucas Bystroki. Mark C. Barton, Jr. Ivan Maria Bege de Benzo. Maria Virginia Benzo. Jonathan David Dahlhauser. Laura Ann Hart. Toya Y. Moore. Dr. Nicole Savoy Nicholson. Sylvia Piquette. Emmanuel Allen Rounds. Mary Leah Zimmerman.
masters. Now that's a word with a nice ring to it. We've worked, studied, practiced, and trained to master knowledge that transforms lives, that facilitates healing, that unleashes potential, that frees minds. We are visionaries, making the impossible possible. We are masters of life.
If I can take a moment, as our graduates leave here today, you know, they will not likely 10 years from now remember their courses and the content, but they will remember their faculty and the bonds that have been made with the individuals who've kind of nurtured and worked with our students through this period of time to allow them to be in the position they're in. Certainly need to be recognized. So if we could at this moment in time, please ask our faculty in the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies and the COC and the College of Online Education to please stand so you can be recognized. Thank you. And if I could ask our master's degree candidates to please rise while I confer the degree. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the administration and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Life University and the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you your respected master's degree. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Life University confers the Doctor of Chiropractic degree and to candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for graduation. The chiropractic program contains over 4,900 hours of instruction, which includes 5 academic years of study, the successful completion of all required and elective coursework, and a 1.5-year-long clinic internship. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the recipients of honors for this graduating class. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Valedictorian, Christina Marie Ricci. Salutatorian, Ashley E. Bannister. Chiropractic Research Track, Mackenzie Abigail Keller. And Chiropractic Philosophy Distinction, Kelly A. Peterson. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Please be seated. Before I bring Christina, our valedictorian, to the podium, I would like to share with you a bit of her background. Tina came to Life University from Millersville, Maryland, where she was a member of the 2-time state championship lacrosse team and an IWLCA academic All-American. She earned her bachelor's degree in kinesiology from Campbell University, where she played Division I lacrosse and maintained a 4.0 GPA. Following in her parents' footsteps, she then became a student here at Life University and balanced earning her degree while serving as the captain of the women's lacrosse team. While at Life, Tina has been named to the first team NAIA All-American, the Mid-South Conference Offensive Player of the Week, the first team All-Conference and NAIA Attacker of the Week. Tina plans to have a family practice upon graduating. At this time, I would like to invite Tina to the podium to provide the valedictorian address.
Thank you. And thank you to the students, professors, staff, and families for your contributions to our education. On the first day of classes in first quarter, Dr. DeMons wanted each of us to briefly introduce ourselves to the class, give our name, and why we chose chiropractic. Emphasis on the brief. So naturally, when it was my turn to go, I didn't plan what I was going to say, and I told my entire life story to the class. So I was very surprised they were actually letting me speak at graduation, with no time limit. Don't worry, I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter than that. If there's a common thread that binds this graduating class together, it would have to be perseverance. The chiropractic program is challenging without added obstacles, and we had quite a few. Between the pandemic, virtual school, and multiple clinic changes, this quarter had to overcome a lot of adversity. When we started the program, I was pleasantly surprised at how supportive and kind the people in my quarter were. I loved the first few quarters where we all got to be in the same classes all day, and we really got to know each other. We became a tight-knit group as we continued through the program. Even when I doubted myself, there were always classmates to encourage me to keep pushing. Personally, I was very anxious coming into the program. I'm an overthinker, and I'm really hard on myself, so I had to grow a lot and overcome my own self-sabotage. So, my friends and family may know I'm a bit dramatic when it comes to school. So, my first mental breakdown was in embryology in the first quarter. I called my dad, my poor dad, and I told him, I think I failed. I think I completely failed out of chiropractic school. I'm not gonna make it. I don't know what I'm doing. And so he's like, all right, well, let me know when you get the grade back. So a few days later, I get it, and it's an A. So I call him back. I think he's gonna be super happy, and he's so salty with me. He's like, do not ever call me until you get your grade back. And I broke that rule so many more times after that. But he has 4 daughters, so he should be used to it at this point. My next mental breakdown came when I decided 30 credits of doctorate classes wasn't enough in one quarter, so let's throw in some college lacrosse. That'll go well. I didn't really give much thought to the fact that I had 5 a.m. practices without showering, then going to my 7 a.m. classes. Just want to formally apologize to anyone that had to work on me, sit near me, smell me. That's the worst part. After experiencing that kind of schedule, I really don't think we give the student athletes enough credit for the ridiculous balancing act we do between academics and athletics. Just when we had gotten into the flow of things, boom, COVID. So now we're at home, we're taking virtual classes, we're on Zoom learning to toggle on a pillow. Many students had challenges when it comes to online schooling, but I will say, chiropractic is a hands-on profession that's very hard to master virtually. The transition was difficult for our professors as well as us students. Despite that, we adapted and we put extra time in to master our subjects and skills. At this point, we're more than ready to be back on campus and engaged in our classes, especially our labs. The process wasn't very easy, though. There were COVID protocols to follow, such as wearing masks, sitting apart from our classmates, more work online that we didn't have prior to the pandemic. I used to joke with people that once we're up here on stage, our professors aren't going to recognize us because we were always wearing masks. Athletics had big changes, too. We had to get used to new protocols that were constantly changing. If one person on the team got COVID, we were all quarantining, which meant a lot of missed class time. COVID tests became a normal part of our schedule, kind of like brushing your teeth, so we could get cleared to travel each week. Throughout this all, I was really impressed with how we as a group stuck together and helped one another through all of the changes and unknowns we were facing. The next obstacles came when we entered the student clinic. Many of us did pretty well once we got a handle on the EHR system, the paperwork, what was expected of us on our physicals and our adjustments. What we didn't expect was mid-quarter changes to the EHR system. Then we get into outpatient clinic when we thought we were going to be in student clinic for 2 quarters. And then once we got to outpatient clinic, it was just run completely differently. So for a lot of us, we felt like we couldn't catch a break. But that's how the real world is. Life's going to throw many challenges our way, and the way we react and overcome these is what's going to set us apart. Personally, I had many ups and downs throughout the program, as I imagine everyone did. I had several breakdowns and moments where I was just unsure of myself and I couldn't see the big picture. I know many of us went through similar stresses, juggling our class load, clubs, extracurriculars, families, illness, finances, and the list goes on. Many of us were far from home, and we had to miss important events to prioritize our education. All of these sacrifices we made ultimately led us to this moment where we finally get to become doctors of chiropractic and serve our community. I'm incredibly proud of this group of graduates, and I'm excited to see the impact each one of us has as we go and begin our careers. Finally, I just want to say thank you to a few people that I could not have done this without. Thank you to Coach Ferg, Coach Cab, and my teammates for allowing me to make great memories to finish out my lacrosse career. Thank you so much, Dr. Brian Wells and Kim Wells, for taking me under your wing during my peak experience and treating me like family. I've learned so much from you both, and I will cherish my time working with you both forever. I also could not have done this program without the constant love and support from my friends, my 3 sisters, my dad, and my mom, who could not be here for health reasons. Thank you always for being there for me. I know I do not make it easy. And lastly, to this graduating class of doctors, in the words of Bob Marley, some people feel the rain, others just get wet. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Michael Klesrith, Dean of the College of Chiropractic, to present the degree candidates to President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates for the Doctor of Chiropractic degree have completed all academic requirements of the university and demonstrated excellence appropriate to the highest degree Life University bestows. I am honored, or with the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I am honored to present these candidates to you for the conferring of the Doctor of Chiropractic degree.
Christina Marie Ritchie, summa cum laude, valedictorian. She is accompanied by her father, Dr. Anthony Ritchie. Ashley E. Bannister, summa cum laude, salutatorian. Ahmad Bashir Abumosen, summa cum laude. Lauren Ashley Ackerman, summa cum laude. Bilal Al-Baba, magna cum laude. Nuf Al-Rawashde, magna cum laude. Ashley Danae Angel, summa cum laude. Nicole Brooke Ash Harris, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Nicole Beekman, cum laude. George Edward Berbesi. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Luis Berbesi, and that sweet little nugget there. Daniel Jeffrey Burning, magna cum laude. Adrian Gabriel Besson. Jenna Nicole Bolton, summa cum laude. Maria Bujoli, magna cum laude. Braylee Marie Burke, magna cum laude. Lauren Taylor Bredingen, magna cum laude. She is accompanied by her brother, Dr. Pete Bredingen, her uncle, Dr. Todd Frisch, and her aunt, Dr. Melissa Kolb. Tyrone James Bird, cum laude. Noah Braden Callie, summa cum laude. Yeah. Franklin Pierce Cannon III. Dennis Antonio Chang, cum laude. King Hin Cheng, summa cum laude. Erica Cintron Quiñones, magna cum laude. Kyle Patrick Cobb, cum laude. Thomas Clay Coburn, magna cum laude. Nicole Collazo Nieves, magna cum laude, accompanied by her sister, Roseanne Collazo Nieves. Zachary Riles Connor, cum laude. Nakiria Davis. Elizabeth Catherine DeFalco, magna cum laude. Samantha Daralis, cum laude. Zachary Cole Dowell, cum laude. Taylor Cheyenne Easter, summa cum laude. Alyssa Lynn Ellerbrock, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Ely. Dylan Patrick Evans. Destrini Mahayo Fleming, cum laude. Derek Faust, summa cum laude. Risi N. Gonzalez Medina, magna cum laude. Daniela Goreshnik, cum laude. David Kino Green, summa cum laude. Ansley Nicole Hardy, magna cum laude. Dylan Scott Harms, magna cum laude. Jordan Matthew Haas, cum laude. Olivia May Healy, summa cum laude. Gabriel Jose Hernandez Figueroa, magna cum laude. He is accompanied by his brother, Milton Rodriguez Figueroa. Fabiola Oyo Figueroa, magna cum laude. Christopher Maurice Hunt Jr. He is accompanied by his sister, Dr. Christy Hunt. Amin Assem Hussein, magna cum laude. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Assam A. Hussein. Andrea Lene Hutzel, summa cum laude. She is accompanied by her father, Dr. Mark Hutzel. Andrea M. Jimenez Negron, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Johnson. Allison Johnson. Young Ki Kang, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Abigail Keller, summa cum laude. Allison Marie Kennelly, magna cum laude. Andrew Q. Hwan Kim, summa cum laude. Tommy Peng Kwan Kin, summa cum laude. Chaveli Nicole Lamole Acosta, cum laude. Miguel Lebron Ortiz. Bong H. Lim, cum laude. Andrea Michelle Lopez Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Alexis Victoria Love, cum laude. Manny L. Lowry Jr., magna cum laude. Annette Maioro. Alexandria Medina, magna cum laude. Riley Mitchell Minoric, summa cum laude. Hector Alejandro Morales Gutierrez, magna cum laude. Perry Morgan, summa cum laude. Lakira Motley. Reagan Nicole Nation and Company, magna cum laude. Marcus Scott Nitschke, summa cum laude. Victoria Amanda Nunley, summa cum laude. Kendall Aerosmith Ostrowski. Rebecca Perez Gonzalez. Marieli Perez Soto, cum laude. Kelly Ann Peterson, summa cum laude. Douglas Brian Pettit, summa cum laude, accompanied by his uncle, Dr. David Barczyk, and his aunt, Dr. Colleen Dunn Barczyk. Austin Keith Prey. Nicholas T. Proctor. Brandy Lawan Pugh, cum laude. Eleanor Harwell Rainwater, summa cum laude. Dakota Banks Reese, magna cum laude. Juan Sebastián Requena Ferrer, summa cum laude. Estefania Rivera Ayala, magna cum laude. Juritza Y. Rivera Carmona, summa cum laude. She is accompanied by her sister, Dr. Maralexis Rivera. Isis Paola Rivera Rivera, cum laude. Carla Thais Rivera Oliver, cum laude. Megan Page Roberts. Jalice Rosario Figueroa, cum laude. Jalim Rosario Figueroa, cum laude. Inés Ruiz Llorente. Jack Edward Rushing, magna cum laude. Jean-Louis Santiago Miranda, magna cum laude. Kaylee Saxon, summa cum laude. Robert Schaefer, summa cum laude. Madison N. Scoggin, summa cum laude. Jordan Mark Schaefer, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Sitzer, magna cum laude. Morgan Lynn Snodgrass Murtaugh, magna cum laude. Richard Spradling. Carissa Ashley Stallings, magna cum laude. Yasmin Janae Stewart, magna cum laude. Joanna Marie Tarullo, magna cum laude. Sagan Alem Tella, cum laude. Sid Torres Barrios, magna cum laude. She is accompanied by her sister, Zoe Nieves. Franceline Anita Toussaint. Peter Austin Turner, summa cum laude. Arnaldo D. Vega Maldonado, magna cum laude. Felix Ruben Vega Sanabria. Alessandra Marie Bialis Arroyo, cum laude. Diva Arnell Watson, magna cum laude. Maxwell Morris Weiss, summa cum laude. Callie J. Westwood, summa cum laude. Zoe White, magna cum laude. Hunter Joshua Williams, summa cum laude. Jack Alexander Worley, magna cum laude, accompanied by his father, Dr. Scott Worley.
Doctor of Chiropractic. We've been waiting 4 years to hear those 3 words. And now that we're here, the real work begins. Because we are not just doctors of chiropractic. We are doctors of chiropractic from Life University. We are part of a legacy of profession-shifting, world-changing, visionary work. Work that realizes our own innate power and frees the expression of perfection within.
Congratulations. One thing you noticed as our Doctor of Chiropractic candidates crossed the stage is that many were accompanied with family members who also share the legacy of chiropractic and healing and service. And we think it's nice symbolic recognition for the long legacy of chiropractic and serving in Life University. If I could ask our Doctor of Chiropractic degree candidates to please rise while we confer the degree. With the recommendation of the faculty and the administration and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Life University and the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Chiropractic with all of its rights and responsibilities thereunto. Congratulations. Please be seated. So tomorrow, our graduates will all leave and journey off in the next stages that lie ahead of them. And one of the things that we've come to appreciate, certainly over the past few years, is that being a community doesn't necessarily mean having close proximity to each other. And I think one of the challenges you'll have in the amazing opportunities that lie ahead is that you will be off pursuing your passions and your dreams, and you will miss the people you've been with for the last 3 or 4 years. It's the one certainty we know of the connection that our graduates have with each other. And you know, Maxwell Maltz, famous neurosurgeon and author of the book Psycho-Cybernetics, said that your mind can't tell the difference between something imagined vividly and in great detail from the real thing. So what we'd like to do today is to offer you a little anchor so that when you're off in your communities, missing your friends and family and colleagues here at Life University, you can just have this little hook to put on and bring you right back here to today.
The whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Yeah, I said Georgia, Georgia. As sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Yeah, other arms reach out for me. Yeah. Other eyes smile tenderly. But still, in peaceful dreams, I see the world lead back to you. Georgia, Georgia, yeah. Georgia, yeah. No peace I find. No, no, no. Georgia on my mind, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a little sweet song, Georgia on my mind, yeah, 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 yeah. Congratulations to you all. You've overcome a big obstacle. It's a pleasure to be here. Listen, wake up everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking. Time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty. Yeah, Miss Patty Mack, y'all.
Wake up all your teachers, time to teach a new way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
we just let it be. No, 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 no. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. Yeah. Wake up all your doctors, make the old people well. Cause they're the ones who suffer, and you can help to make them well. They don't have so very long for the judgment day. Won't you make them happy before they pass away?
Wake up all you builders, time to build a new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, 'cause they do every time.
Oh, the world won't get no better if we just let it be. No, 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 the world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. You and me. You and me, yeah. You and me, yeah. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No, 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 wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Let's say it like this. Wake up, everybody.
Come on, y'all.
Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
Ontario Bland, everybody.
Thank you, Miss Patty Mack.
Congratulations.
Miss Patty Mack and Ontario Bland, thank you. You know, there's no more prophetic words, I think, than that particular song, "The World Won't Get No Better If You Just Let It Be." You know, as an institution founded on the value of lasting purpose, to give, to do, to love, to serve, out of a sense of one's own abundance, it's my pleasure today to introduce to you our commencement speaker, who is the embodiment of servant leadership and the value of lasting purpose. Miss Lisa Cupid is the chairwoman of the Cobb County Commission, which, by the way, is no small job here in Cobb County. She served on the Cobb Board of Commissioners since 2013, and most recently as the chairwoman. Some of her accomplishments include expanding transit service, improving citizens' education and engagement, advocating for enhanced public safety measures, including the use of license plate readers, additional body cams and implementation for public safety, nuance abasement programs. Cupid is known as a strong advocate for the fair treatment of all of Cobb's residents and stakeholders, regardless of geographic, demographic, or economic standing. Chairwoman Cupid's sense of service is strong. Even when the going has gotten tough, and I'll assure you over the last 3 years, the going has gotten extremely tough, she just embodies the sense of service to the community. In fact, many of you might recognize Lisa from a few months ago. She is a strong friend and advocate of Life University, and recently you could have found her sitting in Socrates Cafe, casually chatting with our students over lunch, asking them where they came from and their experience here in Cobb. Truly appreciated. She's a graduate of Georgia Tech and Georgia State Law School, is an attorney, a former mediator, a policy analyst, a manufacturing process engineer, if that's not enough. She resides in the city of Smyrna with her 2 children and her husband, who's also an attorney, a law partner, and a former electrical engineer. Please help me welcome our commencement speaker today, Chairwoman Lisa Cupid.
Good afternoon, graduates. It certainly is an honor and a pleasure to be here. For all of your supporters in the audience, I ask that you join me once again in giving them another round of applause. And for all of our graduates, I'm going to ask that you indulge me in standing up if you are able and turning to your supporters and thanking them for their contributions to get you here today. There's mothers and fathers, sisters, brothers, children, spouses, aunts, uncles out there. Thank you. Appreciate that, and you may be seated. You deserve it. For our graduates, you have certainly put in the work, whether or not you graduated summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or thank you laude. You made it. You put the work in, you sacrificed, and you earned your degree. And I'm so happy to be with you for this joyous occasion. In fact, I'm a little bit in awe of you as I've learned more and more about this university, that you have come to appreciate something that takes many of us a lifetime, and some of us don't reach that within our lifetime, is to truly understand, appreciate, and value the significance of life. And here you are graduating from her namesake, and it isn't just in a name. It's in the mission and values of this university, through vitalism, through purpose and integrity. It's also within your curriculum, and it's embodied in the students that I have had the privilege to meet when I was here. I was very impressed by your maturity, your sense of being, and the commitment that you had to your field of study. But I must confess that my first introduction to life was not as an elected official. It was not in sitting in the cafeteria and meeting these students. But it was about 25, 30 years ago when I stepped on the campus as a student athlete at Georgia Tech. How many of you here are student athletes? If you can show me by hands. Very good. I don't know how many of you are track athletes, but I was a track athlete. And in '95, we were preparing for this little thing called the Olympics. And so we found ourselves having track practice in different locations, and we had a practice here at Life University, and I remember just being taken back by the beauty of the campus and how beautiful the track was. And at that time, you know, for any of you who are athletes, you've got to love this. If you do this in college, you're putting in hours of work. I remember 3 to 4 hours of practice on top of the hours and hours spent in class. And the big university that you're attending seems very small because of the amount of dedication that it takes to your sport. And my exposure to the sport was unique to a lot that I ran with because I did not have the perks of being a scholarship athlete. I was a walk-on athlete, and I just knew when I was in high school I was not going to run in college. I was an avid athlete, a decorated athlete in high school, so much so that I was recruited in high school to train with an Olympic coach because he saw me running, and he said, "You run everything from the 100 hurdles to the 800 to the 5K. There's something about you." And for me, I just love to train. I love to work hard. I love to push myself to the limit. And so Georgia Tech just helped me to re-engage. When I got on campus and I saw their track and I saw the athletes, I said, I'm about to be all in. And so here I am training, keeping up, doing well, and for track, you have what's called a winter season, and you prepare to run in about December. Well, December rolls around and I'm looking at my name on the list to compete, and I get a call into the office. And I learned that my paperwork was never submitted for me to compete. And so I couldn't believe that for the 3 and 4 hours a day that I had been training since the summer in preparation of this season just all seemed for naught. But I wasn't discouraged. I said, I'm just gonna dust myself off and get ready for the next season. And so come my sophomore year, I was excited. I came back a little bit more chiseled and ready and determined that I was gonna get my opportunity to compete. But I would learn that the same thing would happen to me again. My paperwork wasn't submitted. And so at that point, I just realized I could not do it again. I could not train to the level that it took to train for collegiate athletics and not have the ability to compete. So I did what any person my age would have done. I hung up my track spikes and I picked up the yellow pages. Do you remember that 5 or 6 inch yellow book that had all the businesses listed in it? And my heart went back to something else that I loved to do when I was in high school. I was an avid student leader in addition to being a scholar athlete. And I told myself if I wasn't going to run track, then I was going to serve somewhere. And so I looked in the yellow pages and I saw one of the first listings for under B for Bellwood Boys and Girls Club. And I said, that's where I'm going to spend my time after class. And so not shortly thereafter, I went there every day after school to serve, and I became enamored with these kids that lived only 2 miles from the university, but lived a very different life. The English Avenue community in Atlanta is a very tough community. And it was so tough that I realized the work that needed to be done couldn't be done with one volunteer. So I went back to Georgia Tech and I got out of my cocoon of being a student athlete and I started asking other students, can you please go with me to this Boys and Girls Club to serve? And students started coming with me. Then they went to their organizations. Then I had sororities and service organizations coming to serve. And next thing I knew, Georgia Tech adopted that Boys and Girls Club as a service project. And I even learned that the president's office had his special assistant go out to the community, and she donated her time to an organization to help that community. And not only was I recognized by students, by going to serve, they invited me to serve in leadership with their organizations, and I received many awards. I received Georgia Tech's Techcellence Award for excellence in academics and in service. And I wasn't excellent in academics. I was a thank you, Lottie student. But I certainly was recognized for the amount that I was contributing to the campus, so much so that I was even recruited by manufacturing organizations to serve in leadership. And I found myself being the first recruit of a leadership rotational program for a Fortune 100 company. And I was doing very well when I got there. I was given a lot of opportunity. And I remember when HR brought me in the office and they said, out of all the recruits that we have for this program, you are scoring highest on public service. What do you have to say about that? And I said, well, that's just what I did before I got here, so that makes sense. I didn't think much of it, but it gave me a sense of uneasiness when I would go back to engineering, and I started to question, even though I was on a fast track program and traveling the world, whether or not my life was going to be based around making gadgets and shipping them. And so I did what anybody would do in that position again. I just left. And that certainly made my parents think I had absolutely lost my mind, because I'm an immigrant's child. My parents came from another country, and their entire life's work has been about building stability. And for those of you who have a West Indian background, you only had about 6 careers you could be: an engineer, an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer. And I was an engineer. What was I doing? You hear me? And so my dad was an engineer, which is why I chose to be in engineering. I grew up in Michigan, and I saw we had some graduates from Michigan. I thought I was going to work for an automotive company. But I chose the path of my mother, who never went to college, but she used to be able to write, and she was a stellar writer. And I decided to study English because I felt that gift was in me. And when I decided to turn into my heart yet once again to follow a path, I saw doors open. And coincidentally enough, while getting my post-bac degree, which I finally got summa cum laude, but I had jury duty, and I had jury duty on Valentine's Day, and I was running late, and I always used to look rough going to class, but I said, I'm gonna look good for jury duty today. And I got myself all dolled up, and when I got in there, the judge made fun of Cupid being in the building on Valentine's Day. And little did I know that that would open up a door for me to have a conversation with a gentleman who would ask me 3 days into jury duty if I would work for him. And this was for a civic organization that was an umbrella organization of all the chambers of commerce in Metro Atlanta, where I got to meet civic leaders, government leaders, and I felt like I was finally being ushered into a space where I can serve not just on the side as I did before, but professionally. And all I'm sharing that with you is to say is that sometimes you never really know where life is going to take you. And I can tell you from my story, it did not feel good to have the disappointments that I not only had as a track athlete, but sometimes that I do have in life, whether as a parent, whether as an elected official, or just here living and breathing, going through the pandemic. But I can tell you, without a doubt, if you have a heart of service, when one door opens, when one door closes, another door is going to open, because people will willfully open up a door for a servant. And I believe that is true when I look at the mission and values of this university. All of you have service underpinning everything that has allowed you to accomplish your goal for today. And I can't leave here being an elected official without encouraging you to consider service at the local government level. A lot of the work we do impacts you, but you can impact it as well. And so I encourage you that when you do see our signs for meetings, that you are visible. If you ever see an elected official, introduce yourself. Let us know you exist. Second, if you have the opportunity and you get to a meeting, use your voice and speak up at a meeting. And if you can't make it, send an email. You can also use your voice electronically as well to let us know what your opinions are on matters in your community that impact you. And finally, I can't beseech you enough to please make sure you vote. That is everyone's superpower. Everyone who's a citizen of this country, that's your superpower to impact the outcome of your communities and to impact the outcome of your life. I just can't tell you enough what an honor and a privilege it is for me to be here, to see the joy of the families, to see you walk across the stage here today. I'm confident in Life University. Again, I do believe that you have something special about you that a lot of graduates don't have. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. To our graduates, I want to congratulate you once again for this amazing feat of yours. And I want you to know that regardless of what field you choose and where life takes you, and all the chaos that life can bring, that you chose life. And I pray that all the good in life chooses you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman Cupid. Really appreciate you taking time out of your remarkably busy schedule to be with us here today as well. Thank you so much for being an exemplar of what this institution stands for and serving our community in the very gracious way that you do. Thank you. Students always ask, how do you become a leader? The answer is simple. Show up and raise your hand and say, I'll do it. And I think the stories that you hear from individuals are exactly that. One last piece of business. Doctor of Chiropractic students, we have an ethical thing to take care of here. It's called the Chiropractic Oath. So if I could ask you to stand up. In your books is a copy of the oath. This is your last test before you graduate from Life University. It is an open book test. Read along. If our chiropractic candidates would please repeat after me. In accordance with the law of nature, that law which God has prescribed to all humankind, and in consequence of my dedication to the health of humankind, by the application of that law, I promise and swear to keep the following oath. To the best of my ability and judgment. I state your name. Will observe and practice every acknowledged rule of professional conduct in relation to my profession, my patients, my colleagues, and myself. I will keep an open mind regarding the progress of my profession, provided that this progression shall be confined within the boundaries of the chiropractic philosophy, science, and art. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity, and in association with my patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I shall regard and refer to my fellow chiropractor with honor, giving credit where it is due. I shall improve my knowledge and skill, firm in my resolution to justify the responsibility which the degree Doctor of Chiropractic symbolizes and imposes. To all this I pledge myself, knowing these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason alone. Congratulations, Doctors of Chiropractic. Please be seated.
What is it? It's in the way you work, the way you play, the way there's no difference between the two. It's in the long hours of training, of practice, of working until everyone else has long since quit. It's in the way our minds dream, the way our hands heal, the way our hearts feel. We carry it with us in labs and clinics, classrooms and training rooms. You see it when you give, when you do, when you love, when you serve. It's in the way I became we, the way you became us. It's in this place, in the air around us. It's in the space between it all. It was in you before, it's in you now, and it will be with you as you move forward.
Would all of our graduates please stand? The fun part, if I can ask you all to turn your tassels from right to left. Graduates of the class of December 2020 and our newest Doctors of Chiropractic, turn to present yourself to the audience.
Graduates, please be seated. Today represents an end and a beginning. Each of you have a unique journey waiting for you outside these doors. Opportunity awaits, so open the door. And now go, live your lasting purpose. Find what you love and leave the world more interesting for your being here. Congratulations.